Hi, it's Gabriela. In today's episode, I'm going to talk about the importance and benefits of including games in your Spanish learning routine. You've probably heard me talk about how crucial conversation practice is for success in learning Spanish. Well, today we are going to dive deeper by comparing two different interactions as case studies. I'll show you an example of how integrating games helps us improve attention, regulate impulse, stay adaptable, and process information in real time. Think back to when you were a kid. Do you remember how we used to explore the world through play? And play helped us discover, experiment, and make sense of things. If you're neurodivergent, your experience with play might have been different. But for most of us, play was central to our learning process. Personally, I could play for hours, and later on, as a kindergarten and primary school teacher, I based most of my activities on both free and guided play. Why? Because play fosters so many important skills: engagement, communication, creativity, and imagination, to name a few. It even boosts verbal intelligence, and all of this happens at the same time without us even realizing it. Now, I get it. Learning a second language can feel like a massive challenge. Trust me, I've been there too. Believe me. I learned English as an adult, so I know firsthand how overwhelming it can be. But if we shift our perspective and think of language as something much bigger than just words we memorize and own, we start to see it differently. Language has been with us for centuries, deeply connected to our existence. I'm not just talking about reading or writing it. I mean the way humans are naturally wired to communicate and connect. That instinct is powerful. And if we can tap into it, we can unlock amazing language skills. Has this ever happened to you? You are about to have a conversation in Spanish and suddenly your heart races and you feel like either running away or freezing up in silence. Trust me, you're not alone. While running away might make for a fun story, most of us just stand there, feeling stuck. This is where play comes in. Playing isn't just about having fun. It helps us control our attention, manage our impulse, be flexible, and use information in real time. These skills are essential not only in everyday life, but especially in mastering a new language. Now, let's take a look at two different interactions from sessions with one of my fantastic students. We'll go through them together and discuss how using games made a huge difference in the process and the outcome. Let's go. All right, so here we are. This is one of the interactions that we're going to observe. This is an organic interaction with one of my students, and one of her main struggles regarding conversation is the fact that she's a super smart girl in English, and it's hard sometimes for her not sounding like so eloquent, coherent, and articulate in Spanish, in her second language. So for her, it's a bit hard sometimes releasing that idea of doing it right, doing it perfect in Spanish. So she tries to control and pick the right word all the time, and this gets in the middle of her flow, of course, because she's second thinking about everything, if that's something that we can say in English. Like, she always gives a second thought to the word, and we're gonna see that. Yeah, so I'm gonna play this interaction and you're gonna observe with me. Normally when she's thinking, she looks away and she takes a bit of time and she looks to the side. So let's see it together. Yeah.
Estoy bien.
Algo emocionante.
Emocionante? No. No, siendo, ¿cómo se? Like I started, empiezo
Sí.
una trabajar nueva, a new job.
¿En serio?
Sí, es un poco diferente de que estoy acostumbrada en trabajar. Es más de abogacía.
De abogacía.
Sí, advocacy. Y soy abogada, pero no tengo mucha experiencia con clientes o en los casos. ¿Cómo se dice? Like cases, lawsuits.
It's super good that she's asking cómo se dice and so on, but if you pay close attention, every time that she's gonna say every single word, she hesitates, she double thinks. En trabajar, en this and that. And this is because in her mind, she must be thinking a lot about what to say. So this gets directly in the middle of her way that she builds up her speech. So of course she doesn't sound as flowy and natural because she's thinking a lot, right? Let's see a bit more.
Casos.
Y lawsuits, demandas.
Demandas. Okay. Pero mi nueva jefa, es una mujer, jefa, es muy amigable, es muy, es una mujer quien tiene experiencia en los derechos humanos.
Very good, very good. So now we're going to compare this, which it's really good actually. She's doing a great job. The only thing is that I want to point out, when she's thinking, we can notice that she's thinking. And what she's thinking, it's about giving the perfect tense, doing it right, saying the right tense, the right conjugation, the proper word to describe her boss. So all these thoughts on the way, of course, makes the communication harder. We are going to see now an example of her engaged in a game. And we're going to compare and we're going to see it together. Okay, so let's go to the other video. All right, so here we are. And this video, what we're going to observe is us playing the game, The Funeral. The Funeral, it is a great game if you want to practice the imperfect. The imperfect is this tense that we have in Spanish for talking about the past that we don't have in English, by the way. We say it different. So, it is a bit tricky, the imperfect for English speakers, so I designed this game in order to just play a bit with it and get used to the sound of it and the way that we put it in sentences, right? So, the game goes like this. We are gonna get invited to a funeral and both of us are gonna take turns for the speech. We really need to give the speech about this person that just sadly passed away, right? Normally we choose a character that both of us we know, like a superhero or a celebrity or a politician, anyone. Remember, this is just fiction. It's for the game, okay? So Let's play it and let's observe the way that she is more engaged. And let's try to read her body language, looking for the signs where she shows herself more in a more relaxed state of mind. Okay, so let's play it and see it together.
Bueno, empiezo yo. Vamos a ir tomando turnos.
Okay.
Voy yo. Bueno, estamos aquí reunidos por la muerte de Donald, nuestro querido Donald. Donald era una persona muy, muy carismática.
Sí, y era una persona quien tiene muchas adorantes, muchas personas quien...
Seguidores, muchos seguidores.
Seguidores.
Sí. Donald tenía muchos seguidores y las personas que lo seguían lo veían como un dios, un salvador de América. Sí.
Sí, porque Donald tenía mucho dinero y mucho poder.
Mucho poder, sí.
Mucho poder, sí.
Sí, el poder de Donald atraía a muchas personas y muchas personas querían ser como Donald.
Sí.
Muchas personas querían ser como él. Sí.
Sí. Donald era una persona como era un ejemplo de las posibilidades en el sueño americano.
Sí.
Okay, so if we pay close attention to the way that she builds up the sentences, they are more natural. There are less spaces in between the words. That means that she's thinking less and reacting a bit more. The other thing that you can notice is that she keeps more eye contact. It means that she's more engaged. And when we are more engaged in the interaction, the words are coming easy to us, right? Don't get me wrong with thinking. Thinking, it's okay. It's not the thinking the problem. The problem is that when we are thinking in English, it means that our inner conversation in English, it's strong. And sometimes it is stronger than the present, gets stronger than the interaction. So we get in this rabbit hole in our minds, thinking in English, finding the right word, translating, and we missed the flow, the natural rhythm of the conversation. So when she's engaged in the game, you can see that she hesitates less. When she has doubts about a word, hesitation, and then she just say it and see if it's right or wrong. That means that she's releasing the idea, the expectation of doing it perfect, which is something that gets in the middle of our conversation, hold us back, definitely. So if you want to integrate this game to your routine, I encourage you to do it. It's great. Find a superhero, a politician, a singer, artist, celebrity. Find someone in common to talk about. They just recently passed away, sadly. And we're just gonna talk about the characteristics and things about that person that make it great, right? So, good luck with this. And yeah, let's go back to the other video. Thank you so much for watching. I'm really enjoying the process of building a space where students can connect, interact, and dive deep into the art of communicating in Spanish. Your support means the world to me, and I'm so grateful to have you as part of this journey. Please give it a thumbs up so we can reach more learners and help them on their language journey too. Okay? See you the next time. Ciao, ciao, ciao.